Hey, welcome to Deep World Updates. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Imagine giant machines tearing through the earth, digging a massive canal across Thailand's narrowest part, the Kra Isthmus, creating a new shipping route, a shortcut between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Ships would no longer need to travel south around Malaysia and Singapore. This vision promises to change global trade routes forever. The concept of a canal here is not new. Kings and colonizers have dreamt of it for hundreds of years. Now, with modern technology, the dream has resurfaced with greater intensity. The allure of a shorter, faster route is a powerful driver in global commerce. The Kra Canal would be a monumental feat of engineering. For centuries, the Strait of Malacca has been one of the world's most important shipping lanes. It is a narrow stretch of water, about 800 kilometers long, between the Malay Peninsula and the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Think of it as a superhighway for ships. Long before modern container vessels, ancient traders used this route. They carried spices, silks, and other valuable goods between China, India, the Middle East, and Europe. Control over this strait often meant control over immense wealth and influence. Its strategic importance was recognized early by maritime powers. Today, the Strait of Malacca remains a critical choke point for global trade. Around 1/3 of all global shipping and a significant portion of the world's oil supplies passes through it each year. The heavy reliance on this single route is why the idea of an alternative, like the Thai Canal, keeps emerging. The Strait of Malacca is congested. For countries heavily dependent on this route, especially China, the Malacca dilemma is a serious strategic concern. The Strait of Malacca is not just an economic artery, it is also a major geopolitical chessboard. The United States, as the long-standing dominant naval power in Asia, has a strong interest in ensuring freedom of navigation through these waters. The U.S. Navy frequently patrols the region, working with allies like Singapore to maintain security. For Washington, the strait represents a key element of its Indo-Pacific strategy. China, on the other hand, views its reliance on the Strait of Malacca with increasing unease. A huge portion of its imported oil and trade passes through this narrow channel, making it vulnerable. This is often referred to as China's Malacca dilemma. A Thai Canal, if built, could significantly alter this geopolitical landscape. For China, it could offer a way to bypass the Strait of Malacca, reducing its vulnerability. For the United States and its allies, a Chinese-influenced Thai Canal could be a cause for concern. It might allow China to project its naval power more easily into the Indian Ocean. The canal could become a new point of strategic competition rather than simply a commercial shortcut. The proposed Thai Canal, also known as the Kra Canal, is an ambitious plan to cut a waterway across the Isthmus of Kra in southern Thailand. This narrowest part of the Malay Peninsula is about 100 kilometers wide. The canal would directly connect the Gulf of Thailand with the Andaman Sea. The primary benefit touted by supporters is a significant reduction in shipping distances. Ships currently traveling between East Asia and the Indian Ocean must sail south around peninsular Malaysia and Singapore, through the Strait of Malacca. This detour adds approximately 1,200 kilometers to their journey. Proponents argue that the canal would save significant time and fuel costs for shipping companies. Thailand itself would stand to gain enormously. It could charge transit fees, develop new ports and industrial zones along the canal, and create thousands of jobs. However, the drawbacks are equally significant. The financial cost of constructing such a canal would be astronomical. Beyond the financial and engineering hurdles, the project faces immense political and social opposition. The construction of a massive sea-level canal across the Kra Isthmus would inevitably cause enormous environmental damage. The proposed routes cut through areas of ecological significance, including forests, wetlands, and coastal ecosystems. Vast swathes of land would need to be cleared, leading to deforestation and habitat loss for countless species of plants and animals. The excavation process itself would generate colossal amounts of spoil, the disposal of which would present a further environmental challenge. The impact on marine environments on both sides of the peninsula could be severe. Dredging and construction activities would stir up sediment, degrading water quality and harming sensitive marine ecosystems. There is also the risk of altering water circulation patterns and salinity levels. The potential for accidental spills of pollutants during construction and operation further adds to the ecological risks. Furthermore, the canal could act as a barrier to terrestrial wildlife movement. The long-term ecological recovery of the affected areas would take decades, if not centuries. The project also raises concerns about climate change. The destruction of forests, which act as carbon sinks, would release significant amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The human impact of the Thai Canal project would be profound, particularly for the communities living in its proposed path in southern Thailand. Thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of people would face displacement from their homes and ancestral lands. These communities often have deep cultural and historical ties to their areas, and forced relocation can lead to significant social disruption. Compensation and resettlement programs rarely fully address the complex social and cultural losses experienced by displaced populations. Southern Thailand is a region with its own unique cultural identity and a history of political sensitivities. The construction of a canal that physically separates this region further from the rest of the country could exacerbate existing feelings of alienation. The livelihoods of many people in the region are closely tied to the land and the sea. Farmers, fishermen, and small business owners could see their traditional ways of life destroyed. While the canal promises new jobs, these may not be suitable for the local population. The influx of outside workers could also create social tensions with local communities. The promised economic benefits might not trickle down to those most affected. Ensuring genuine community engagement, fair compensation, and equitable benefit sharing would be crucial to mitigating the negative social impacts. The construction of the Thai Canal would send significant ripples across the Southeast Asian region, fundamentally altering maritime trade patterns. Singapore, whose economy is heavily reliant on its status as a premier global transshipment hub, stands to lose the most. A significant portion of shipping traffic could bypass Singapore if the Thai Canal offers a shorter and cheaper route. This could impact its port revenues, logistics industries, and overall economic standing. Malaysia, which shares a long border with Thailand and also benefits from traffic through the Strait of Malacca, would also face economic repercussions. Both Singapore and Malaysia have invested heavily in their port infrastructure and maritime services based on the existing trade routes. Beyond the economic concerns, there are strategic and security implications for neighboring countries. Indonesia, which borders the Strait of Malacca, would also see a shift in maritime dynamics. The canal could also influence naval deployments and power projection in the region. If the canal is perceived to be heavily influenced by an external power, such as China, it could raise security concerns among other ASEAN nations. This could lead to a more complex and potentially more contested security environment. Managing these regional sensitivities and ensuring that the canal promotes cooperation rather than conflict would be a major diplomatic challenge for Thailand. Amidst the controversy surrounding the Thai Canal project, an alternative has gained traction: the Thai Land Bridge. This involves constructing deep-sea ports on both the Andaman Sea and Gulf of Thailand coasts. These ports would be connected by a modern transportation network, likely railways and highways. Cargo would be unloaded at one port, transported overland, and reloaded onto different ships. This bypasses the Strait of Malacca without digging a massive waterway. The land bridge is seen as more environmentally friendly and less disruptive. Economically, it could offer significant benefits, creating jobs and generating revenue. Thailand stands at a significant crossroads, facing a monumental decision with long-lasting implications for its economy and society. Transforming the nation into a pivotal global trade hub through the Thai Canal or a land bridge project is undeniably alluring. Such infrastructure could unlock new economic opportunities and elevate Thailand's strategic importance. However, the Thai Canal project carries the potential for catastrophic environmental damage and deep social divisions. The sheer cost and engineering complexity are daunting, and the prospect of physically dividing the nation is a grave concern. The land bridge proposal offers a seemingly less disruptive alternative, mitigating some environmental and social impacts. Ultimately, Thailand's decision will have significant repercussions for global trade and regional geopolitics.